Long ago, when I was a kid, I used to believe that meditation was quite a bit of a gimmick and it was completely useless. And I never really truly meditated until I was in year 12. So, pretty much from the age of 0 all the way till year 12, I never meditated properly. Sure, I had some meditations here and there in primary school where we used to do activities after lunch where we just sit down in circles and breathe in and out. But those were just, we weren't really serious at the time. We were just playing around. I never took meditation seriously because I never truly believed in the benefits of mindfulness and mental clarity. So I always, I always never took the art of mindfulness and meditation incredibly seriously because I always thought it was a joke. I thought it was just a spiritual thing that, you know, characters in movies used to do to look cool and smart and intelligent. And yeah, that was pretty wrong of me. So back to year 12, I meditated for the very first time. So I stumbled across a YouTube video talking about meditation, how it improves our mental health, improves mindfulness. Because at the time of year 12, I had a lot of exams to do and I never could really focus on my work. I was always daydreaming in class. I was never 100% alert, never listening to the teacher. Every time I went to a class and I sat down for a 2-hour session or a 1-hour session, and I always finished that session up, and I never really understood what I learned that session. And I came to realize that the reason why I never understood these lessons was because I wasn't in the present moment. My mind was always wandering off into a state of, oh, what should I have for lunch? Oh, what's that guy's name? What's that girl's name? I'm so bored. I don't want to be here. Like, my mind was always making up these constant thoughts, and that caused me to lose focus, which was not good for my grades in school, of course. And yeah, it just made me less of a mindful person. So I stumbled upon many YouTube videos about meditation, and I thought to myself, sure, why not give this a go? Why not give this a go? Because like I just want to try this out for the first time, see how meditation can truly benefit me. So my goal here was I was going to sit down, I was going to do all these breathing exercises, and my expectation coming out of it was to have my mind more clearer. I want to be able to focus more on my work, focus more on my life, focus more on my goals, of course. And yeah, I decided to I decided to one morning, I think it was a Saturday morning. I woke up at 5:30 because I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. So at this time, I decided to wake up at 5:30 and set myself 30 minutes in the morning, right after I wake up, to have a 30-minute meditation session. So I woke up that morning at 5:30, of course. I sat up, brother's still in the other bed sleeping. I'm up, and then I close my eyes, cross my legs, and I start breathing like this. Like that, and I did that for exactly 30 minutes. And yeah, it was actually a pretty good experience because, first of all, rather than waking up in the morning and instantly, going to touch my iPad or my laptop or something, because at the time I didn't have a phone. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But rather than waking up and straight away going on a device and consuming all this information, rather than waking up like that, I was waking up and I was giving myself time to truly get ready for the day by meditating and getting my mind into the correct, clean state that a normal human should have, because no normal human should wake up and go on their phone and consume all this media, all this comparison online. Because when you wake up and you press a story of your friends and you see that they were at a party last night, and then you're gonna like that, your morning's ruined. So that's not how humans are meant to wake up truly. So it's good that for the first time ever, I dedicated 30 minutes in the morning to meditate, and from that experience, my morning was actually very good. I woke up, meditated, my mind's clear, I'm breathing good, I feel good. It's a good morning, and then yeah, I go down for breakfast, work, boom, like that. But the point I'm trying to make here is that meditation has made my brain a lot more clearer, And the point I'm trying to make here is that when I meditated and I allowed myself to sit in silence for the first 30 minutes of the day, I slowed my mind down. I let my mind sync up with the day. Does that make sense? Because rather than bombarding myself in the very instant I wake up with like all these information, work, stress, rather than waking up to that, I let myself just, I voluntarily let myself have 30 minutes of completely silence. And it just kind of calibrates my mind into a very good state to work with in the morning, rather than waking up and straight away going to work. I'm not telling you guys to like just, wake up and don't work. I'm not telling you guys that. I'm telling you guys like it's good to have a few minutes of your day to sit in silence and truly slow down and let your mind process everything you've gone through. So you have that mental clarity, your mind feels clear, you're breathing well, your breath work, which is very important as well. Okay, but that's beside the point. How does meditation work? So basically, meditation works by, of course, I said earlier, being in a state of presence. You're in the moment, you're not thinking of anything in your mind, you're focusing on one thing at a certain time. So for me personally, the way I like to meditate is through observational mindfulness. So what this means is that I'll pick an item that I'm currently looking at. So right now, I'm looking at that shoe on the floor, that thong on the floor, and I'm basically thinking of just that object. I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm not thinking about what I have to do for at 6 p.m. I'm not thinking about my project. I'm not thinking about assignments. I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner. I'm not thinking about anything else other than this thong I'm looking at. But rather than looking at the thong, what I like to do is I draw it on a piece of paper. And this practice, I'm trying to develop a new style of meditation because I feel like the traditional way of just sitting down and breathing, for me personally, I feel like meditation is just a way of being in the present moment, and it doesn't always have to be just by sitting down and breathing. I believe that meditation can be in many art forms. I believe that anything can truly be called meditation, like going on a walk, doing gardening, working out, playing your favorite sport. But for me personally, the reason why I like drawing what I see in front of me is because of a few reasons. It improves my creativity as a person. It improves the skill of drawing, which is, who doesn't want to improve their skill of drawing, right? And it also just gives me a little sense of dopamine, because when I finish a very good drawing of, let's say for example, this thong I'm looking at, so after I finish drawing that thong, I feel very proud of myself for sitting down and giving myself time to slow down and just drawing that thong and being in the present moment, truly savoring the moment. And after all this, I've come to create a piece of art, which is a drawing of a thong. Okay, maybe not a thong, maybe just, a pot of plants, a flower. Okay, but you get the point. You're just thinking on something, you're focusing on something, you're giving all your attention to something, and you're not thinking about anything else. That's the art of being truly present, being truly mindful. So if I was you, and I feel like I don't focus very well at work or at school or in my career or my job, if you are always finding yourself constantly daydreaming and never thinking about what's in front of you, you're always thinking about the past, you're thinking about the future, and if you ever find yourself in that certain scenario, I really advise you to truly embark on a journey of mindfulness, learn how to meditate, ideally learn how to draw, because I believe drawing is a very great way of meditation. It's a great form of being in the present, being in the moment, and you can also create something that is something that you're very proud of. The point is that you have to be focused on something, whether it is your breathing when you're meditating or when you're looking at something, like observational mindfulness, as I explained earlier. So look at the look at the tree right there. Look at it and truly just admire it. Just look at it. Don't think of anything else. Don't think about your group project. Don't think about your homework. Nothing. Just look at it. Look at it. But looking's boring, right? So draw it. Let's just draw it. Get a piece of paper. Get a book, I meant. Whip your pen out. Draw it. Draw it like I'm doing in my clips. The point is just don't think about anything else and truly be in the moment. That's my takeaway of how to meditate. You have to voluntarily pick out the fact that you are distracting yourself with a thought. So you're meditating, and all of a sudden your mind thinks about, oh, what should I have for lunch? What should I have for dinner? What's my homework? Gotta do this, gotta do that. When your mind makes that thought, you need to voluntarily tell that thought to be quiet, and I'm focusing on this drawing, or I'm focusing on my breathing, or whatever. But the point is, you tell that voice in your head to essentially be quiet, and you just continue focusing on what you were looking at or what you were doing, being in the present moment. That's my point. So I hope you understood my message here of how to meditate. It is about being present in the moment and not thinking about anything else in your mind. I truly hope that my videos inspire you to pick up a pen and start drawing, because it is such a great form of meditation. As always, stay mindful. Have a good day.